Well, hello and once again a warm welcome from Tallinn in Estonia for the Gruyère AOP European Curling Championships 2018. We are in the picturesque old town of Tallinn. Christmas markets opening up this week. But also this week in the Tondaraba Ice Hall is the semi-final stages of the Men's European Championships. Things just about to get underway. Crowds making their way into the arena. As we take a look at the teams. For Germany, Ryan Sherrard, the lead player. Daniel Neuner, the second. Sixten Todzek, the third. And Mark Muskovitz, the skip. Team Sweden, familiar lineup of Christopher Sundgren, Rasmus Rana at second, Oscar Eriksson, the third, and Nicholas Edin at skip. So here are the standings after the round-robin stages. Sweden 9-0, Scotland 7-2, Italy 6-3, Germany 5-4, but they progressed to the semi-final because they had the better head-to-head record against Norway. So 1 versus 4, so it'll be Sweden versus Germany. 2 versus 3 is Scotland versus Italy. Here it is, Germany versus Sweden. I am Kenny Edwards and I'm joined by Sander Rolvag for this matchup. Sander, it's an interesting matchup this. Sweden in the last round robin game against Germany decided to rest Nicholas Edin, the skip player. Is this something you've seen before from Sweden?
Can't remember seeing that too often. Of course, we've seen Nicholas had his injury problems. Maybe that's why he just felt like resting a game, or if it was bringing on the 5th man to give him a show. Certainly worked out well for them. They beat Germany, but Nicholas is back. I don't think Sweden's going to be any easier to beat with Nicholas on the ice this evening.
Yeah, just teams sliding out just to get themselves limbered up, ready to go. Coming into this, you've got to feel Sweden are strong favourites, Sander.
Yeah, especially Nicholas has a pretty good record playing German teams. He's got a 15-4 record on a 5-win streak against German teams. Only lost Alexander Baumann back in 2015. So it's big favourites coming in, but they were big favourites coming into the Olympic final as well early in the year. It's just a different thing when you're in the playoff stages.
Yeah, it will be Germany playing the red stone, Sweden yellow. It will be Sweden with last stone advantage as we take a look at Ryan Sherrard, 32-year-old scientist.
Germany certainly have nothing to lose here, so it's just about enjoying themselves and don't get too stressed out. Try and play a few ends here and maybe get the Swedes a bit nervous.
Christopher Sundgren, lead player, 29-year-old. He was part of the Olympic silver medal winning team. Nicholas Edin going for his 5th straight European title.
That would be something. Well, certainly becoming one or maybe the most decorated player in international curling, Nicholas Edin. Missing a gold at the Olympics though, went bronze 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Or 4 years ago, rather. Or well, 4th place 8 years ago, then bronze, silver this year. You'd think maybe the gold is in 4 years' time for him.
Yeah, 4 years' time in Beijing will be the Olympic venue for the next Winter Olympics.
Surely that's what's driving him into a new cycle, Adin, and a love for the sport. He's had a few different teammates through the years.
So, coming into this, Sweden strong favourites. What do you think Germany need to do, Sander, to keep this game tight and put a little bit of pressure on Sweden?
Well, certainly have to be playing their best, and I think just try and keep the game tight for as long as possible. That way, Sweden might start to be become a bit impatient and make some, well, hopefully make maybe some more aggressive calls. And if that doesn't work out for them, then maybe Germany can steal 1 or 2 along the way. Just want to try and get the Swedes a bit stressed for time, I think. Just try and hang in there for as long as possible, because in all fairness, Sweden will be favourites coming out the starting blocks here. With Hammer as well.
Is it a bit of a surprise to see Germany in the semi-final?
Yeah, I think they've proved a lot of people wrong this week. It's a bit of a new lineup for Germany. We've seen Germany be skipped by Alexander Baum in the previous years, so I'm not sure if a lot of people are expecting them to make it through. Of course, we had teams like Switzerland and Norway, much more experienced and higher in the ranking. You would maybe think they would be in it, but Germany's been playing great all week and certainly deserve to be in the semi-final, but they're going to have to play their very best here to beat Sweden.
So here are the rules of play in the playoff stages. 5 stone free guard zone, 8 ends minimum in the semi-finals and final. 38 minutes thinking time and 1 60-second time out.
Rent. Ta fart. Ja. Rent. Ja. Lite order om något. Rent. Japp. Japp. Hårt.
So only 1 guard in play.
Hårt. Sorry, bra spel.
Just rolled a little far.
Yeah, nice little flop here. Hack.
16, Totzek, the 18-year-old. It's a very young German side. Totzek playing at his first European Championship. Wow, that yellow needs to get out of that scoring circle. It does just.
Lite väl lång för att splitta tror jag. Rundar en bite 4. Ja. 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 Kommer fint slut där.
Oscar Eriksson, Sweden's 3rd player. Left-handed player.
Linjen är bra, lite tight om något. Bra linje. Plats. Ja, bra fart. 4. Bra linje. 4. Bra linje. 4. 8-4. Bra linje. Plats. 8 räcker. Det är som perfekt linje. Full 8. En bite 4 sen perfekt. Ja, lite till. Snyggt.
Oh, makes a nice draw.
Tocek has played in the juniors with Moskatovic. Was trying to qualify from the World Junior Bs. Didn't do so together, but Tocek finished third last year and played the World Junior Championships last season. Finished fifth. So there's a few young players coming up from Germany.
Yeah, it's a big step up in class from the World Juniors to the European Championships, though, isn't it?
For sure, but I think we certainly see teams becoming younger and younger, and maybe the gap is getting smaller than it used to be back in the day. I think Oscar Eriksson is a good proof of that. World Junior champion in his own right. And certainly didn't take him long to make a mark in the men's play.
Yeah, both Oscar and Nicholas, World Junior gold medalists.
I believe Nicholas played the World Men's Championship. Same year he played the World Juniors. Back in 06, if I remember correctly. And did quite well.
Yeah, finished fifth that year, playing third.
Nils Carlsen was the skip back then.
A very colourful character, let's say, of the game back home in Sweden. Sweden sitting two in a good position. Mark Muskovic, 22-year-old. Just looking to hit and stay.
Probably the best you can hope for now is a nose hit from Sweden to leave himself a double. But Nicholas will definitely try and make the hit here and roll to the right of our screen to get maximum separation. Could be an early deuce and a perfect start for Edin here.
So Nicholas Edin. Take out. This one's beginning to pull, Sander.
That's exactly what Germany was hoping for.
Didn't play a lot of weight at that. Teams do get a practice before the game gets underway.
Yeah, no draw shot challenge today, so the teams would have felt free to just throw rocks anywhere and test out every path and try and keen up the ice everywhere. Just sounded like he was a little tight on the brush there, Edin. So brilliant chance for Moskatovic to make the double here. It's pretty good with the up weights. Oh, there we go. Perfect shot.
Yeah, I think that will maybe just settle him down. Nice double from Muskovic.
Yeah, just going to make sure not to end up 2 or 3 points down on Sweden early. It'll be very, very hard to come back from that. Just from morale, and also because Sweden's really good front runners, so just keep it close, maybe try and get a force. Sweden looking for the bank here.
Yeah, just peel that red from plate. Sweden retaining last stone advantage. So after the first end, no score, Germany 0, Sweden 0.
2-7. Yeah, so I went first. I was just anticipating that the ice was a little bit straight through at like 80.
Bisschen weit. Eng ist okay. Eng ist gut. Von 4. Braucht. Von 8. Ja, braucht.
Back underway in the second end. Germany playing the red stones, Sweden the yellow. This is the first we've seen of the 5 rock free guard zone as we take a quick look across at the other semi-final. It's between Italy and Scotland, and this is Scotland's Bruce Mowat being forced to try and take a single in this first end.
I'm not sure if there's maybe a chance to make a tap for 2. Definitely more than T-line weight coming down here. Trying to move that red is just not going to curl enough. That's a steal of 1 for Italy.
Well, a bit of a mistake from Scotland. As Italy take the lead, 1-0 after the first end.
Italy a bit of a surprise as well into the playoffs. Of course, we know all those players, and especially Joel Retornaz, they've been around the block a few times, but this week they've just been playing phenomenal.
Ja, eller ta den först förresten. Ja. Halv är bra.
Not the best setup from Ryan Sherrard. Leaves the pocket top 12, so Sundgren just stashed to make the double here, open up the front a bit.
Nice.
Not bad for a lead.
Yeah.
Don't get to throw doubles very often, but when he gets the chance, he makes it.
Nice. Side is good. 10. Yep. Whoa. 10. Going.
Germany just electing to hit and stay, and they've got round the corner. Do you think that's a wise move, heading, going in behind the corner with this one, Sander?
I'm not sure if that was intended by Germany to roll in behind there, but if it was, I wouldn't agree with that. It's just bringing the play over to the side. Sweden be more than happy to come around the corner guard. That's why they put it there. That red stone actually more or less will act as a second guard for Sweden. Provide more cover, make it harder to get to the yellow for Germany.
It does get in behind.
Yeah, real nice draw by Rasmus. So because of that setup, Germany's kind of chasing the end already. Having to skip to Sweden's beat.
Coming down, coming down. No, it's tapping. Little tap. Little tap.
Really needs to sit in front here, Leo. That's a really nice freeze. Sweeper's delayed.
Well, Sweden probably know they're in a bit of trouble. So do you think they're already thinking about trying to blank this end, Sander?
Could quite possibly be doing that, yes. Still early. And there you go. Spells it all. Just one red hangs on. Not too happy with it. Of course, leaves a guard for Germany to come around. It's always well, it's very close, just a little upsetting when you're just a hair from perfect and it doesn't come off.
Hinten 4. Knap over.
Yeah, hitting 4. Hitting out.
So 2 reds in the house and a yellow guard. We'll see if Sweden commits to the end now.
Okay.
Might go for their 2 instead. They are coming around the corner.
Yeah, let's have a look at the time on this one between the 2 hog lines. Seen anything between 13.5 and 14.5.
Full 8. Känns bra I farten. Full 8 mittåt. Lite plats här. 12-8. 8. Så linjen är okej, men fortfarande lite plats. 8. Bra linje nu. Perfekt linje.
15.7, I think the stop clock must be a little bit out.
Okej, behövs inte.
Klara lite tycker jag.
Rotera bakåt i slutet.
Perfect weight anyway. It's top 8 foot, fully buried. It's not shot stone, but nothing Sweden needs to worry about yet.
Hack!
Doesn't want to chip this one out and onto the red.
Got a piece. Hard Mookie. Right out. Go.
Just enough.
Good, Sixon.
Holds the shooter in the 4 foot also.
Stanna till lite grann där. Exakt samma slag igen. Brukar ligga bättre än den i alla fall. Den är en tredjedel på 8-foten, så exakt samma okej också. Yes.
Yeah, well, red's starting to accumulate.
Det är samma is eller? Ja, det är samma is.
Sweden still persevering with this draw.
Yeah, kind of invested in the end here now. Blank's definitely not on the card, so yeah, you could start hitting the reds, but you'd most likely end up being forced. So you might as well play the aggressive shot, force a mistake out of Germany and maybe score your 2. Still not a bad setup. All the reds are in behind the tee line. You have a corner guard, 4 foot's open, so worst thing comes to worst, you have the button to draw to for your 1.
Martin Weiser, the coach for Germany. I'm sure he'll be really happy with this young side making the semi-final.
Yeah, it's been a while since Germany was in the playoffs at the Europeans. I would be back in 2010, Champery, handicap. Finished 4th, losing out to Switzerland in the bronze game. Here's Fredrik Glenberg with a couple of, was that World Championship rings, Kenny?
Yeah, a bit of bling on show there. Actually was part of Nicholas Edin's team.
Yep.
Heck!
And just to intimidate the opponent when shaking hands before the game, I think.
Have they got this one past the guard? They're past the guard. How much have they got of this?
Got again, I think. Maybe not quite enough. Actually had a bit of room on the guard there. Wasn't quite cool enough with the line call.
Ser ut som vi ligger tredje.
Germany's sitting 2.
Yeah, he was just unfortunate with that one. He just needed to curl another half inch. It was perfect.
Förra curlar ju ganska rejält. Ja. Ja. Chappen är bra, helst lite vick utåt där. Ja. Så vi ligger tredje sten. Ja. Förra var ju stenhård, den curlade massor. Men ska vara nära 11 då.
I think he's happy with a nose hit here. That way, tough for Germany to make a roll and leave enough separation on the reds. Nicholas would be probably left a double for 2, but also if he can just maybe roll half a foot to the wing here, sit in front of the red stone in the back 8. Does get a bit of a roll. Pretty perfect there. You see, becomes very tough to remove that yellow without removing your own red for Germany. And if they do, there's a good chance they lose the shooter.
Yeah, same weight. Your weight was nice last one. I mean, other option. Exactly, that's your other option. It's not bad. As long as we have the line and we're just on the inside here.
Liegt der Furt? Ja.
No.
You do run the risk of giving up 3 if you don't get this right, Sander.
Oh yeah, it's yellow all day. I mean, freeze is not bad.
Could do.
Only thing, I wonder if he can. I mean, as long as you're on the corner.
Of course, you could very well do that with the hit as well if you don't make it.
Oder wir machen den, das ist halt riskant. Wenn wir können ja einen Tick schneller kommen und hoffen, dass wenn wir mit Heck kommen, Viertel treffen.
Ist ja okay, oder? Ja.
Du musst ihn halt, muss dran vorbeikommen. Wenn er Viertel trifft, ist auch okay.
So what do you like?
Heck.
Same shot?
Ja.
Well, try and push it through.
Bisschen mehr. Backhack.
Also Backline ist ja auch gut. Ja.
It's really key for Germany not to give up 3 in this second end.
Tick langsamer. Backline.
Close.
Langsam,
Just
sehr
playing a soft
langsam.
weight here, just trying to chip the yellow out essentially.
Hard, hard, hard.
Starting the bend.
Hard, hard. Alles.
Whoa, whoa.
Have they overswept it though? Does chip it out to the 12 foot anyway. Well, do they leave a double for 3?
I think they have, Sander. Just didn't catch enough of it.
Lite tunn halva har vi råd med också. Ja. Jag siktar på 55. Ja, 55 gör den. Ja. Dubben är nog för 3. Ja.
Well, this could really break open the game already in the second end. Definitely a shot we're used to seeing Hedin pull off.
Final stone for Nicholas Hedin. He's up very quick with that one. They need to roll and remove the second red. Hits one. Well, Germany get away with one there. A missed double from Nicholas Hedin means Sweden only score a single in the second end. So it's Germany 0, Sweden 1.
helst inte alltså.
Lugn. Bra linje.
Linje är bra.
Lite vid kanske.
Den är nära själv. Oskar har den. Kommer fint.
So there is the score after 2 ends. Germany trailing by 1. Sweden having a chance to score 3 in the second end. Nicholas Edin missing a half-stone double. 4-3, Sander.
Yeah, it was a huge let-off for Germany, and then that's exactly what they needed there. A miss from Edin to maybe make him doubt himself just a tiny bit, and for Germany to get a hammer back here. If we can maybe set up for a score of 2, then maybe the Germans will start to believe in it. But this is not a great throw by Gerard. As we jump on over to Italy, Scotland. Bruce Mowat with last stone. Himself had a chance for a couple in the first end. Ended up giving up a steal. That was just a draw for all one, I believe.
Might need a neck.
No, we're not. We're fine.
Curling now. Pretty heavy. Curling now. We're okay now.
Good, Bruce. Nice
To be settling down nicely here. No sweeping needed. So that's a tied game.
Okay.
Yeah, Sweden with one top of the 4, centre guard on. Germany with just off centre, kind of centre stroke corner guard.
I think they were coming around the centre guard, so I'm not sure if that picked up or what happened, but didn't end up in a very good spot for Germany. Really takes away the out turn. Can't really draw around it from the inside out. Looking a bit better this time though.
That's a good shot from Ryan Gerard.
The Canadian, of course, we've heard them speak English sometimes during the game. He's born in St. John. So not St. John's, Newfoundland, but St. John, New Brunswick.
Yeah, did represent Canada at the World Junior Curling Championships in 2004, only managing 5th on that occasion.
Well, that was in 2004, wasn't it? In Quebec, same year Nicholas Edin became world champion.
Take Austin.
I like this.
Yep. Zip take.
Heel.
Yeah. Yes.
Daniel Neuner.
Whoa.
It's Dixon. Daniel.
Actually, it's a good result because he's pushed one of the yellows over as a corner and held the other red out as another corner.
Ja, täcka mitt på linan känns som.
Ja.
Samma is som sist, det var här där, så kanske här då.
Ja.
Linjen är bra.
Framåt.
23. Knapp hake.
Lite tight.
Ja, lite tight.
Bra linje.
Känns lite tight.
Okej.
Lite tight.
Hake.
Fortfarande tight.
Bra nu.
Bara hugger då.
Well, Sweden just looking to throw up another centre and cover the stones. They don't need to do anything too difficult. It's Germany who need to make the play on the stones in the house.
Yeah. Hair by the top one. Hack. Hack.
We're looking for this one just a hair inside of the nose. They're saying it's a little heavy at the moment.
Right over, right over. Okay.
Okay, so
Bara
Germany
vicka
set
in tror jag.
first and
Okej. Ja.
third shot.
Bättre att vicka långt.
Nej, en sten högre så tar man lite tungt, går ut, tickar den där och kommer vidare också man. Ja. Gillar 10-0 därifrån. Gillar något inifrån. Ja. Känns som du kommer köra lite i det här man. Så. Ja. Normal. Normal. Japp. Red. Whoa. Red.
This one's got a lot of curling to do, beginning to move now.
Sit. Japp.
Has it rolled too far, Sander?
Yeah, maybe a fraction. But it's not like it's a lot of places to go for Germany at the moment. Could make the hit on the top 8 stone, but then you open up your own for a hit and roll in behind cover for Sweden. So it's all tricky.
Do you ever try and come through the gap between the two guards?
What do you say?
Yeah, I
I
like
think you
hit
need
and
to
roll.
do that though. You could probably draw on the out turn. Oh, yeah.
I like the
You
other
mean
one.
the hit? The
Yeah,
double.
hit and roll,
Yeah,
Mookie.
play the double. You might
I like the hit and roll.
get a little lucky if you hear the top yellow and catch the back yellow.
It's not like you leaving that yellow there.
Heck. Så vi...
Hack. Solid hack.
I'm delighted to play the hack weight. Looks like they're catching their own red at this moment. No, they've got enough of the yellow.
Yeah, go Mookie.
Känns ju...
Well,
Vilken in
a bit of a mistake.
Vicka in den bakom den här var
If you're going
nice.
to play that shot, you needed to hold
Precis hela eller
that
minus
red for
50.
second or third shot.
Känns som det har kommit skapligt när den närmar sig linan där. Gillar du högt?
It's drifted away for fifth shot.
Of course, as mentioned, opens up that red stone in the forfeit for a hit and roll. Only downside for Oscar is he's left-handed, coming at the lefty hack. So I'll see a bit less of the rock. So just throwing hack weight here to
Bra fart! Sari!
make sure they can get some bend here around the guard.
Hack Sari! Hack!
Quite a bit of rotation on Eriksson's out turn. It's going to run pretty straight for him.
Kalle! Hårt, hårt, hårt!
Just hoping for a little inside nudge. We'll get it. Real nice.
Full blank. Inte så långt ändå.
Germany sensing a bit of trouble, so looking to open things up.
Yeah, there's not really anywhere to go. It's pretty close here. That's a marvelous shot. Real nice. Demolition job.
Changes things.
Kills his own red, but I think that's an okay sacrifice for just spilling everything, opening up the 8-foot and the center line.
Fight 4 i höjd här. Ja.
Is the yellow just short of
Lite smygsekt eller?
the 12-foot in? Top right.
Lite grann.
Känslan är ungefär samma när man slidar, eller?
Not quite sure.
Jag vet inte.
Wouldn't necessarily matter in the
Lite
end.
för det vi har kört, men Ogges take gick ju precis här. Borde vara helt okej.
Var bara en flis av min, Roger.
So Dean's going to come around the corner guard here. Just got to make sure it's high enough in the house
Känns lite lös
so
just
that
nu.
Germany can't freeze on to it and be shot
Vinden
stone.
är bra.
Ska jag börja gå?
Lite plats. Skala lite. Ja, Ralle du kan gå. Ralle fortsätt gå. Behöver curlen nu. Långa ankrippa. Ja. Båda kan köra nu. Japp. Full fyra.
Trying to drag this one down.
Kom igen.
That's pretty good there.
It's mostly in behind.
Det är bra så.
7/8 will be covered.
Fejkarna i förhållande till dragningar kommer betydligt mer. Alltså en hackfart, Åges hackfart, den kallar fan mycket. Den här är ändå bara 4,5 liksom.
It's a call just to tap it back to the back 8 foot, leave a pocket.
Yeah, I think so. Don't want to tap it too far, just far enough to be lying shot stone here. As you say, leave the backing.
Fast backline.
Create a bit of a nest in behind, so it'll be hard for Sweden to remove the red stone. Italy, Scotland again. Italy is lying shot stone.
Hard! Pull it up! Go! Keep going!
Control Retronaz drawing for 2.
Yep. Rama, du colpi per la linea.
Abbiamo spazio al momento. Linea buona. Stai lì linea.
D-line, 5-1.
Linea buona.
It does look as if he's got a little bit of backing as well there, Zander.
Linea perfetta.
D-line.
Linea un po'.
D-line.
He's calling T-line here. Might not even need the backing. Just needs a good chunk of that forfeit. And there we go, 2 points for Italy. And they lead it 3-1 over Scotland. And the 2-3 game, of course, the winner here will play the winner of our game, Germany-Sweden, and the gold medal game. Straight semi-finals. And we saw Germany just wreck on that corner guard, actually. So open hit for Sweden to line 3 or maybe 4. Not sure if we would decided on that stone on the right there, if it's in the rings or not. Oh, might just be.
I think it might be, and Mark Muskovic is just gonna play the draw to the 4.
You can see a slightly bit of, a little bit of white paint there on the edge, but we're not directly above, so could be on, but shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't really come into play at all here. You'd expect Muskovic to put this on the forefeit, but of course you're facing quite a few counters here. Head might start to race a bit. Mine wonders, well, if I miss this one, the game's almost over already. Have to make it.
Gotta be T.
Well, the sweepers are having to go on this one, Sander.
Yes.
Is it there?
A slight hesitation, might be close. No. Having to drag this really far. Need a nibble of the forfeit here.
Go!
That's not enough.
One yellow.
Well, bit of a mistake from Germany. Left that one short. It's a steal of 1 for Sweden. Score now, Germany 0, Sweden 2.
Det är lite segare.
Max från släpp liksom.
Där var din glider på. hade det att de kunde gå rakt om de kom lite långt ut.
Ja.
Linjen är
Känns
bra.
bra. Känns bra.
Ralla har den. Ja, riktigt bra linje. Kommer mycket nu. Kommer mycket nu.
Känns där nästan.
Fint.
We're back in the fourth end of the matchup here at the European Curling Championships 2018 from Tallinn in Estonia. Sweden 2 up in Germany. I am Kenny Edwards. I'm joined by Sander Rolvag. Sander, I've seen mistakes from both sides now, but the biggest mistake coming from Mark Muskovic, the German skip.
I'm not sure if that mistake was any bigger than the double miss by Edin, but certainly it's quite big. There's now a 2-point lead for Sweden. That's why we were saying you can't let Edin and team have a few points ahead of you. It's just so hard to come back. They're on fire at the moment, undefeated in the round robin. You really can't afford to make any mistakes, and if you can get a mistake or two from the Swedes, that's gonna give you a fighting chance, but not quite able to capitalize.
Nära. Linjen är lite vidare, men den är okej. Kommer nu. Kommer nu. Ja, lite vidare. Fortfarande Oskar. Nära. Nej. Nej, kommer nu.
Well,
Kommer nu.
not easy to score 2 on Sweden, for sure. But the 5-rock rule will help.
Kom igen.
It's a bit harder to be a front runner nowadays with the 5-rock rule than it used to be.
%72% for Ryan Sherrard.
Yeah, not really the kind of numbers you expect to see from a lead player, unless his shot difficulty has been much higher than the other leads in the competition. It's a bit low, and we've seen why a few times already in this game. And here again, just not really getting the stones in the right place. And of course, when you have a lead that's not putting the stones in the right place, you're just in the back foot early on. You're chasing the ends.
Rasmus Rana at 84. That's the kind of numbers we do expect to see from a second player.
Lite tajt kanske.
Bra linje.
Bra linje. Bara fart.
Bra linje. Mitt på linan.
Yeah, the newest addition to the team.
Japp, japp, japp.
Replaced Christian Lindström at second when he had was a problem with the shoulder, elbow. Couldn't sweep anymore, basically, and he came in. Of course, he's a silver medalist at the World Junior Championship back in 2012. So at a very young age, and I believe just very soon after he came in onto the team, the Swedes won their first Grand Slam event. So certainly done well with him on the team. And it fits the Swedish profile. He can throw the high, hard ones.
Yeah, and someone's going to throw a high, hard one next, because there's a wall being put out in front of these 2 yellow stones of Sweden.
Linjen är bra.
Ja, det är lite läsare också. Kanske lite vid.
Gärna jämnhöjd med den röda så kan han sitta fast där.
Bra linje.
Bra linje. Tajt om något.
Precis förbi då.
Bra linje, okej.
Jämnhöjd med den då.
Precis här, linjen är okej.
Får han dubbeln på gul eller? Kall upp. Japp, japp. Bra.
Germany can't afford to give up another one in this end. Gets contact with the red. Let's open things up a little.
Yeah, pretty good shot. They're going to have to make a few more of them, though.
Oscar Eriksson, fantastic numbers, 86% for a third player.
Lite långest nu.
Hur är linjen?
Nej. Jag tror linjen är bra.
Nära.
Nära. Okej, bara
Väldigt
stanna.
nära.
Bara stanna.
Nästan in.
Bara där. Ja, kanske.
Känns bite just nu.
15-3. Behöver stanna för linjen. Ja.
A small break for Germany. That guard just slipping onto the rings. Makes it run back pretty simple.
40.
Actually just thinking to make the head and roll here. Skatovitz obviously thinking, well, we don't just want to open it up here and get our one, we want to make sure we can try and manufacture a deuce.
Yep, yep, yes, yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Needs to be in the house here. And I will just hang on. See if Sweden plays the hit. They will.
Så långt som möjligt nästan.
That's kind of mission accomplished for Germany. Making Germany, or Sweden rather, chase the stone on the wing.
There's some of the Swedish fans in to watch this semi-final. Well, it's actually shouldn't be off the carpet. Breaking the rules, let's say. Should be standing on the sheet, and the brush should also be on the sheet. But it's one of them rules that both teams know they're not going to enforce it, let's say, are they?
Yeah, it's not really, doesn't make a big difference unless you're standing on the other sheet with your broom, annoying them. And this is a very nice rule by Totsik. So see, that's what happened when he made that first roll to the wing. Made Sweden chase it, opened up for the hit and roll, and that's made. And all of a sudden, Germany could be scoring two here. Two great shots from the third.
Alltså från den närmast.
Didn't look too happy though. Just maybe hoping for the double, but I don't think should be too worried about that. Doesn't look like Sweden's too confident and making a direct play on the shot stone here. But they will try.
Kanske lite mer ändå förresten. Det är lite risk om man kallar in den där nära så kommer man förmodligen ticka in den. Alla har den på foten. Inte lätt den där alltså. Nej. Frågan vad man gör annars. Fota är inte så... Ja. Det är lite chansning med hack. Det kan ju mycket väl bli 3 om man tickar in den där rackaren. Vi sätter. Ja. Bara eller, lite dryg hackfart. Ja. Kan gå ut med en tjock fjärdedel liksom. Ja.
Well, is Nicholas going after this red, Sander?
Yep. Sure is.
Lite dryg hack. Håll igång lite. Ja.
Still got a lot of movement to do. Line's looking good though. He is going to catch some of it, but how much? Quite a lot of it.
That made that look easy.
Couldn't see any of that stone. Real nice shot from Swedish skip.
I'll try and come around the red guards here, Moscatowicz. I know you've been watching quite a fair number of games this week, Kenny. Does it ever seem like runs like the centers are slightly high? It's hard to cross it. You're not getting as much finish just crossing the center line as coming into it.
Yeah, what I would say is if you do let the stone cross the center early, it takes off just like this. That's the second time that stone from Mark Muskovic has cut into a guard.
Well, just taking a peek over Italy, Scotland again. Italy up by 2. Wonder if this might be a hit for 2 for Scotland. Not quite sure whose second shot should be yellow. Might need a slight roll in to be perfectly sure. The score is 2 here, Bruce Mowat. Tie this game after 4 ends. Looks pretty good here. Little hit, little roll. That should be 2 points for the Scots, and a tied game, 3 each after 4 ends of play.
Yeah, tight affair in the other semi-final.
Looking a bit tense there, Team Scotland.
Du kan gå och hänga lite i början, men jag tror att det finns finish. Men garden kan vara i spel med den här isen. Okej. Ta lite mindre ifall du vill ha det. Men lite segare än snabbaste matcherna, va? Ja, lite grann.
Nicholas Edin, 82%. Chance to get into the top of the forefoot. Is this where they were looking for this one, Sander?
Yeah, just through the gap of the red guards here. Top 4 would be good. The line's most important here. Just gonna get it past to see where it settles. Looks pretty good here. And that is just perfection. We'll see if Germany just wants to follow that stone down with a draw as well.
Just looking at the ice he's taking, way out in the 12 foot, he's coming across the face of the corner guard. Something you don't really want to be doing, but that's all he's got.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of ice, but I'm sure he knows how he throws him better himself here. You might want to even play, if anything, back 4-weight and try and chisel off that yellow.
I think that's what they did call. He's laid this one back, Sander.
It's starting to move. Really starting, really trying here. Won't get a chisel on the yellow. Yes, they will. Right onto the button. Beautiful shot.
Shot by the skip. He's happy with that one. He knows he left nothing spare on the guard as he sneaks past and gets his 1. It's now Germany 1, Sweden 2. As we take one more look at it, it's fairly tight to the top one, very tight to the second, and needed that little chisel off the top yellow to slow it down for a single. So Germany 1, Sweden 2. Back with this semi-final matchup here at the European Curling Championships 2018 from Tallinn, Estonia. Germany trailing Sweden 2-1 after 4 ends. Sweden with last stone in this 5th. I'm sure they'd like to score a couple before they headed into the break, Sander.
Yeah, like we talked about, I think Sweden would quite like to close this game out early. Don't want to see they go all the way down to the wire, so just pick up a few points here. Have a lead into halftime, feel comfortable and relaxed. They should be able to close this game out, but if they ever give up a steal here, it's tied, that's when might see Sweden become a little bit more anxious. Certainly on paper, it's a game where Sweden has it all to lose and Germany has it all to win. And that certainly plays a role just mentally for the players.
Stay close. Yep.
Yep.
Nice freeze.
Okej också. Mitt 12 ungefär. Ja, lite längre än. Fight 4. Vänta lite då.
Sweden
8-4.
Kommer nu.
coming around the centre. What we have seen from teams now is they'll just ignore the stone that they have top of the 4. They won't try and protect it. They'll throw one back 8 foot. Try and drag the play away from the centre.
Yeah, just draw it to the wing. Certainly seen that. Maybe Sweden considering and blanking this in, so maybe just thinking to keep things a little grouped, wait for a mistake from Germany, peel the centre guard and keep it open. It's 5th end after all. You'll see teams try and control the even ends just because, well, you blank the 5th and there's more even ends than odd ends left in the game, and you end up potentially getting last stone for the final, the 10th. And certainly something teams will start to consider when we're at the halfway point.
So we're going to take a look at the 2nd end. Here's Nicholas Sedin with his final rock. Half stone double for 3. This one just tracked back. Didn't move the 2nd red far enough, and it was only a single.
Yeah, that's the kind of shot he'll be kicking himself for if they end up losing the game.
Riktigt. Rent. Mjukkollet. Japp. Rent. Rent. Ligger bra. Japp. Gå nu. Vicken också. Kom.
Sweden trying to hit the red through and roll to the wing. Then we see the great shot from Mark Miskovic.
No. Okay, you're good now. You're good.
Here's the top 2 guards, chips off the yellow into the button. That's what he called, and he made it.
Funta på om man ska spela den direkt nu, bara en fart igenom liksom, försöka skava in den där ganska tunt så den hamnar vid den. Ja. Den är lite för tunn för att vänta till senare, för spelar man mer fart så kommer den här liksom lägga sig till en dubbel. Okej, ska vi spela den så här lite mjukare, då känns det som att göra det redan nu. Okej? Ja.
Few stones in play. Are you surprised that they're going after the middle?
Ja. Fart igenom nästan hack, ta en
Well,
fjärdedel
you're
någonting.
considering maybe just
Tunn
open,
split liksom.
play the open red and set 2 again.
Skulle den curlas kan vi försöka ta chappen, bara skava ut den och då får ner den vit istället. Ja.
They're maybe worried that
Ja, det var exakt det jag tänkte.
Germany played the hit and roll off this. Red, if you place the yellow on top of it, they could play a hit and roll in behind. So.
Yeah, because certainly if you nose the red, I'll be higher up, and then Germany makes that roll in behind. It's covered in behind 4 rocks. So trying to avoid that scenario, and also just trying to open up the center line a bit. A lot of stagger on the top of the house.
Well, this one's narrow. Is it on the guard? What a sweep by the Swedes. We're right in behind that shot, and he was on the guard.
And look at where he's left the reds. Grouped them. Straightforward double on them now. And 3 yellows in play. Not a bad result at all.
Hack! Backline! No backline! Hard! Hard! Alles!
Well, this one from Germany is going to catch the top yellow. Well, what do you now do if you're Sweden?
Ligger ganska optimalt. Känns som att frysa eller chappa den i nuläget. Eller de två. De får väl någon dubbel någonstans. Den ligger bra just nu, känns som. De kommer spela på den förmodligen om vi spelar bort de här, men... Ja. Kanske är det göra något där ute. Jag funtar på det. Om vi chappar den så är den ganska... Ska de vicka här så är det riktigt känsligt för dem. Ja. Vi har ju alltid insida här också. Ja.
What's the discussion here? What's the thought process of hitting the outside one, Sander?
Just thinking, obviously you could play the double on the reds, but where that yellow is sat on top, very hard for Germany to really do anything with it. So they're thinking, well, we don't really have to move those reds yet. Or if anything, they're helping Sweden. So they're gonna make a play here out in the wing. Thought about freezing or nosing. Just figured that playing the hit would be easier. And it's just all about keeping separation. Just spread your stones out, not leaving all your eggs in one basket. There's not a lot of great doubles for Germany to play here. So I'm sure you'll see them make a crack at those reds later on, but for now they're quite happy to leave it like that. And jumping over to Italy, Scotland again, and Stroller Ternaz. A run back here on the yellow guard. Yellow in behind, makes contact but sticks it. That's unlucky from Returnaz, and that's going to be a steal of 1 for Scotland. 4-3, close game. And Germany's going to play the shot that Sweden was expecting them to play. Hit and roll in behind. And he's just calling Oscar over to have a closer look.
Behöver inte mycket mer än fart igenom bättre här, va? Ja. Även om vi rullar in mot det där så kommer den förmodligen ligga rätt bra där mitt framför femman. Om jag skulle gå i garden, vad tror du han gör då? Eller bara klippa den. Lite risk att man river den. Mm. De två ligger ändå för 2. Men... Han lär ju komma och göra den då. Ja. Eller spela någon mjukare, men det är ju känsligt i och för sig. Kanske är den här. Det var min första tanke. Eller klippa garden. Inte helt värdelöst. Klippa garden! Ja. Nej, det blir bra. Men risken är att man river med den. Då blir det väl lite enkelt för dem ändå. Chappar de väl här med någonting. Han är bättre där. Okay. Bak eller på T-line.
Det är fint ifall du kan komma den vägen också.
Jag funtar på antingen klippa garden eller gå med hacken här. Då spelar vi för 3 eller 4. Gå i garden så är det väl okej? Ja. Gå tight med bara en... Ja.
Well, one shot they haven't looked at here, Sander, is
Mycket is gillar du? Nej, släppa lite försiktigt tror jag bara.
the drive on the yellow just behind them. Is that maybe what they're calling now?
No, they what they were leaning towards the most here was just clipping the guard, just to keep things open to make sure they score. Now they're going to come after their own yellow top 8 and make the very short raise onto that red stud just thrown by Germany. And if they do crash on the guard, they'll be happy with it. This looks to be just past. And they both make contact. This is a really nice looking shot from Oscar. Sweden lying only 1, but again, fairly accessible, those reds on the left-hand side. And now what does Germany do? Just a wall on the top of the 8-foot. That's beautifully thrown. Just the perfect weight to get that slight finish. And just enough to punch that red far enough.
Maybe just a light roll in, just a little roll to here.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't...
Så, men då stannar ju bara 4 rätt där. Inte tillräckligt mycket insida. Nej, och
You like
ettan
that?
blir
I
kvar
mean-
förmodligen. Den kommer i spel.
Yeah. You like that? Just a little light inside roll. Okay. Looks like a lot to me, but just take a look from the hack.
Bit less. Får den game rollen.
I'm just looking for
Also das ist der Wichtige, dass das Shooter bleibt.
a bump through in this yellow and roll in inside, Sander.
Nach rechts rollen. Links rollen. Bit less.
Couldn't quite make it out, to be honest. Looks like it might be. Not throwing any big weight here.
Hard! Hard!
Past the guard.
Whoa! Yep! Yep! Hard! Hard! Whoa!
All hit, roll, just on top.
Good, Mookie. Good.
Not bad there.
Ditåt i alla fall. Den här gulan kommer kunna göra dubbeln där. Eller så spelar vi bara på vicka in där.
Funta på, där kan ju bli lite dåligt för oss. Det hänger lite vid där. Men jag vet inte. Den här är fortfarande andra sten. Någon gång behöver vi...
Spela klykan här då. Ta den lite först. Så den tar den och går över ditåt någonstans. Det behöver inte vara något hårt.
Våran kommer ligga kvar där. Kan ju bli någon tangeringssten in här.
Men om jag spelar en skapligt hårt så man dubblar de två, ligger kvar. Den går över någonstans till den sidan. Då ligger vi ändå skottet här.
Hade garden varit lite längre dit hade jag gillat
What's
den
Nicholas
nära.
Edin thinking?
Nu är den lite lurig.
Gillar du den? Slå den där och liksom...
Right now he's liking to play the pocket on the right-hand side to make the double on the two reds.
Vicka hit bara.
Basically just eliminate some red rocks and leave
Högre.
another yellow.
Jag är lite inne på den där faktiskt.
Känns som att han kan få en trippel på den vilken in tycker jag.
Ja, gillar vi den här då? Om man slår en tunn halv där. Sätter den dubbeln, ligger kvar, kanske till och med spinner lite. Den
Försöker gärna ligga kvar bättre än den.
Och så går den mot den.
Det var Niklas första call. Det är bra om vi gör den. Lite risk i den.
Ogge fick inte mycket finish där. Och ganska mjuk. Ja, den är nästan halvjämn då.
He needs to get very tight to that
Han kan inte göra så
centre
mycket
guard
heller.
if
Han
he's
kan ju spela
going to
den.
push that red through.
Ja.
Jag gillar nog den här tror jag.
Ja, kör vi den.
Ja.
8 take. Så. Tror jag någonsin kan gå mot 8 där. Den tar ganska tunt men...
Ganska bra att bara ligga på
Kind of two ways to make this one. You could just play a straight hit and
Det
roll
som han kommer spela dubbeln via den här.
on the inside of a yellow, but
Ja. Ja, men det känns bra. Spela en vanlig 8 där.
sounds like they're more or less trying to hit just to the pocket here.
Hitta 45 någonting va? Borde bli okej. Ja.
So instead of his shooter rolling in, I think he's just trying to squirt that yellow in the house towards the center line on the other wing. Kind of ends up in between. It's not bad though.
Back to the red a bit, eh? Gotta cut just a bit thin. Only thing is that's staying, eh? But
Germany in a bit of trouble.
if you can manage to roll, what's he got if you rolled there?
Ja. Wir können ja leicht innen anticken.
Very light, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So where's
Dann
the
wird,
purpose?
dann wird er hier liegen bleiben und hat dann den Double rein. Aber er macht maximal 2.
Genau. So you like just rolling to here?
Ja. Selbe Länge?
I like it.
Ja.
Yeah, gleich. Okay.
Er spielt ihn langsam. Das ist auch richtig gut.
Bisschen weniger als halb
Langsam
treffen.
als Roll,
Ja.
dass wir einmal liegen.
Well, a mixture of German being used and English being used.
Ja, als Roll.
I think Gerard understands German perfectly well. Just feels slightly more comfortable speaking English
Bisschen weniger als halb.
than German, just to get his point across.
Mit Lars.
So it's a hit and roll off the yellows here. Hopefully the top one might just squeeze enough to the wing for the top red to out-count it and then make the roll in behind cover for shot stone.
10. Achtung.
And we'll hopefully not leave a shot for more than 2.
Yes! Yes!
Whoa! Whoa!
Well, he's in.
Well,
Ja, passt. Aber den hat er immer.
Samma hand eller vill du spela in den?
definitely not a shot for more than 2, but the shot for 2 is fairly makeable.
All time.
Borde gå hyfsat rakt va? Jag kommer
Not sure if we could do a
alla
whole lot
träffar
more.
nästan få stöd upp i den andra röda va? Ja. Wow! Wow! Tredjedel stickar.
Could have caught a bit thinner and slid a bit more through. Slid a bit deeper, might have made it harder for Sweden, but this is a very makeable shot. Missed a similar double in the second end for 3. Coming off his own here, just kicking across to the shot stone. That would be a 3-point lead coming into halftime.
Japp! 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 Hårt!
There we go, a score of 2 for Sweden in this 5th end. Sweden now lead 4 points to 1.
Okay.
Pause okay.
Ja.
Gaffe kanske? Sten? Ja. Ja, jag springer på toa.
Second end, Nicholas Edin attempting a double takeout for 3.
Whoa! Klippa!
Just needs half stone on the inside. Threw this one a little wide and only picked up the single. Third end. Then you see Sweden sitting 4. Mark Vuskovic trying to draw one in for a single. This one just pulled up short, and it was a steal of 1 for Sweden. final stone in the fourth. Again, Mark Muskovic facing a couple of Swedish counters.
No. Okay, you're good now.
Sneaks
You're
past
good,
the
you're
guard. Drops it onto the button.
Good job, Mookie. Beautiful.
In the other semi-final, here we see Scotland are 4-3 ahead of Italy.
Yeah.
But no, weight control is great. Weight control's been great. Yeah. Just the line call. Some of them are like I missed one there. It just took off on me.
Team Germany will be a little disappointed to find themselves 3 down. Played well.
Swingy ice, I'd rather get by that much than just hit. So I'm calling for that.
Made a few mistakes. Still find themselves very much in this game.
Memno, bisschen. Die fangen an.
And Sweden have been in this situation so many times before. They know what to do.
Vi sa det innan du kom hit att ni är precis det jobbiga som vi pratade om att det skulle vara. Även om de får ut någonting av sina stenar så sätter vi dit dem så de måste göra ännu en tillräckligt bra sten. Och till slut så räcker de där halvmissarna inte liksom. Utan vi tvingar dem till de misstagen.
Nu bestämmer helt och hållet. De har ingen chans att vinna matchen om vi spelar okej.
Quite a relaxed environment, isn't it, Sander?
Yeah, well, they're trying to stay calm and cool anyway, and you see the percentages. Sweden playing quite well, I think. One of the very few misses they've had is that double for 3 that Edin missed. But apart from that, they haven't made many mistakes really. And Germany's only been able to score once, and that was with a terrific shot through a port onto the button with a chisel and everything. So it's been all Sweden really through 5 ends. 3-point lead though, not massive. Germany can definitely come back, but they're going to have to play their best, and they're going to have to force some mistakes from Sweden. So welcome back to the Gruyère AOP European Curling Championships 2018 from Tallinn in Estonia. This is the semi-final matchup between Germany and Sweden. Sweden 4-1 ahead. Sweden finishing the round robin stages in first position. Germany in fourth. As we take a look at Ryan Sherrard.
Care tight. Bisschen eng.
Zeit wird gut sein.
Lean ist gut.
Whoa. Sound whoa.
Easy. Easy.
Easy. Dürfte gut sein.
Schön rein.
Fast.
Nada.
This is Christopher Sundgren.
Känns som, vad hade du på den?
The lead for Sweden.
Samma linje på den här. Kan vänta lite.
And
Kan vänta.
taking a look at the scoreboard, 4-1 in Sweden's favour, Sander. What will Germany be doing in this 6th end?
Bite.
Well, just Try not to make a single mistake, really. Sometimes in curling, I think it's pretty simple. Just you have to make your shots, and you have to make more shots than the opponent.
Bumper.
For now, it's taking pretty patient. Could see a team throw another corner guard here or come straight around the corner and play it really aggressively, but for now, Germany not too impatient. They're just going to try and steadily set this up for a 2. Need to keep the shooter around, though. They haven't, so that's the kind of mistakes they really can't afford to make. They gotta leave the shooters in play. You need to leave the red stones in play. You're not going to score if there's no red stones about. Of course, if this was last year, Sweden would just walk up and clip that corner guard, but because it's a 3-5 rock rule, that guard is still in play. And that's one of the big differences with that rule. So harder to defend. Sweden's kind of forced to throw a guard here and keep rocks in play.
98% for Rasmus Rana.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been pretty good this week. He's had a few bad games, but mostly been very good.
Yep.
Send.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Daniel Neuner.
Yep. Yep.
In the low 70s. Just sneaks over the top of that one.
Again, 2 times in a row they roll out. Where's the pressure? There's no pressure being put on Sweden at all. No red stones in the house. Now they can clip that corner guard, and this end's almost already over for Germany. There's nothing set up. If they can take the back yellow here, they'd be happy, and they do. Why not? Just keep it clear. And now Germany's going to have to throw a corner, hope for a missed clearing. That's like just waiting for a shooting star.
Yeah, it's not very often that you'll get a miss from Team Adin when they're 3 ahead.
Well, certainly rocks in play over on centre court, sheet C, Italy, Scotland. Looks like it's 1 yellow for Scotland before the penultimate stone in this end.
Yep. Yep.
Finds a good spot for the guard. Now the question for Italy. Can they make a shot for the score here? Joel Retornaz very quickly up to call the run back. What's it going to be, Kenny? Is it yellow, 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 red, yellow? And could be for maybe a couple.
Yeah, just looking to drive this yellow back.
Or it's just straight back, is it, Kenny?
Yeah, try and catch quarter stone.
Just straight back and just faintly clip the red stone top 4.
Yeah, this one's sitting a little high, I think, Sander. Never gave it a chance.
That's a steal of 1 for Scotland. Yeah, Scotland off the hook there. The second glance, they undercurl that guard, of course, and Joel Retornaz could make them pay. 5-3 for Scotland.
Lite upp, 9-0.
Ekis. Knapp träff alltså.
95% for the game for Oscar Eriksson as well.
Gå på röd, gå på röd.
Okej.
Ja.
Okej.
It's actually not bad there for Sweden. I don't think that rock was doing them any favors. If anything, Germany could have drawn around it.
Totzek at 73%. Hits and stays. I think this goes to show that Germany have some youth coming through, and maybe in the years to come we're going to see a few strong performances from all these young curlers that are coming out of Germany.
Yeah, I mean, this is great for the two youngest members of the team come here, make their debut at the playoffs. Some really good experience they can bring back, and of course it's been a while since Germany's medalled.
Germany did think about just playing the freeze, but probably just going to bail out in this end and try and blanket.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to play a good enough freeze for Nicholas Dean not to remove it from play, especially not at the back of the 12 foot.
No, you only need to move it 12 inches.
So probably not worth the freeze even.
Ärligt, 8-0.
A 95% game for Nicholas Agin, and he took the morning off.
Yeah, might have been a good call.
Bit more.
Yep. Only 66% for Mark.
Yep. Good.
Halves the yellow out and rolls out of play and blanks the sixth. So it is still Sweden with their noses in front, as it's Germany 1, Sweden 4.
Lätt. 04, känns som det är en bra fart i den.
Ja, inte så mycket framåt där.
Jag tycker den känns där alltså. Bara lite...
Hänger lite.
Ja, känns nästan 10.
Ja, känns som Oscars hela vägen ändå.
Welcome back to the seventh end
Ingenting.
of the semi-final matchup between Germany and Sweden.
Okej, så.
Sweden 4-1 ahead. Germany will need to start to try and create some chances now, Sander, in this end.
Yeah, it was a pretty toothless attempt in the previous end at generating any offense.
Nej.
Came into the house early, rolled out twice. Left Sweden a pretty easy clean up. going to have to start really putting some stones in play and take some risk. Only 4 ends left. Time is running out for Germany. Lagarde just pulls up in time.
Lite tajtare, men en bra linje.
Helst inte gå, men...
Det är lugnt. Linjen är okej. Okej fart. Farten är lite kortare än förra, men inte mycket. Den är lite tajtare, men...
Känns... Ja, börjar bli bra.
Topp 8. Lite tajt.
Sackar lite faktiskt.
Nu en sen, Ralle. Bra fart.
Känns där.
Fint.
Nice.
Bra.
A nice couple rocks from Christopher Sundgren. Perfectly online. In front of that tee line. Stones that Germany will have to move at some point.
1. 2 bis 3. Oh, fast gleich. Oh. Sicher 2.
Oh, kalt aufgehen. Kalt 4, gell?
Okej.
Okej.
Ja.
Linjen är bra.
Lite vid kanske, lite vid.
Linjen är bra.
Wow. Curla.
Inte för långt.
Ja, bra linje.
Ja, linjen ser bra ut. Riktigt bra.
kan gå. Lite kort.
Ja, håll in den. Nästan bite linan.
Ja. Bra.
Perfekt. Fint.
Ja, fint.
So this is the tactic we've been seeing from the defensive teams playing against the 5-rock rule. Put 2 in the house, put a center guard perfectly online. Some teams, they look to protect the corner guards. Might even see that later on in the game from Sweden. But quite happy to leave just this bead of stones along the center line.
Yeah, certainly a better chance for Germany to try and get something going, but Sweden, with the 2 yellows behind that centre guard,
Vicka in och stöd mot egen också, halvträff, så lägger vi bite
to
tee
look
line.
in a good spot.
Ja, men jag tänkte allting tunt så stannar vi där och den går nedanför, så det blir okej. Du kan spela lite mer om du vill, men...
Vad gillade du för fart, sa du?
11-0 för att bara sätta Vicka. Vi kan spela mer om du vill ha stödet, liksom bara spela på den.
Det låter bra.
Ja.
Can you just look to hit and run with this, Sander?
Well, it doesn't look to be. Looks like hit and roll.
Lite mjuk kanske. 11,5.
I think
11,5. Ligger bra, rent.
maybe worried if they make the appeal, the hit and roll out, and there's a freeze opportunity for Germany. So they just want to roll onto the button, take it away from them. Just like that. Very nicely played. And still playing pretty perfect, the young second.
What about Runback? Beim Runback müssen wir halt den Shooter halten, dass wir noch die dann... Hier, denk. Was meint ihr? Mit derselben Länge fahren. Wenn er ein bisschen knapp an der Karte.
Do you like the 2 yellows in behind that guard, if you are Sweden?
Gleiche Länge. Ja.
I mean, if there wasn't any rocks in play at all, it'd be better. But certainly, quite a bit to work with for Germany. They're going to have to really shuffle things around here. I'd rather be yellow. If that's what you're asking.
For sure. Late finish in this one. Oh, it's going to drift on through.
Okay. Ligger 3, är det dags att klippa någon corner? Eller gå på?
Känns svårt att klippa corners nu.
Antingen klippa den i boet eller garda kanske. Känns som cornerserna inte riktigt kommer i spel.
Ja,
precis. Det man kan göra är att klippa den eller slå vicka in på den. Då är det ganska ofarligt. Men jag håller med och garda någonting. De har ju fortfarande den här. Man klippar bak.
Well, does Sweden just try and kill this game off right now?
Vi ligger 3
They
så
throw
de
another
måste
one in on
nästan
top.
börja skjuta om de ska få den med i spel än så länge.
Or do they peel the corner? Or even just peel the back red?
De har det ju från båda håll då. Alltså, de kan ju lägga en bra frys där i klykan, en liten tap där. Eller göra det slaget de var inne på. Ja. Jag gillar att klippa en gard, kan vi göra det. Jag är lite inne på att slå den här närmaste garden. Då är det, visst, de kan runda den här, men de måste göra något bra här först. Gillar du mer att klippa den i bakkant? Kanske ta den i bakkant mer. Sen. Ja, här på. Eller gå på. Kör någonting. Sen du. Jag är tveksam. Här på. Känns som de har båda. Jag gillar den där då. Ja.
Well, this is a situation you're seeing a lot more with the 5-rock rule. You want to be defensive, but you can't. And when you finally have the chance to start opening things up, you're already so invested in the end, it doesn't make sense for you to do so. So definitely discussing throwing another guard. But felt like hitting something red, and might as well hit the one in the house. That's the one Germany can score with. So many rocks. Germany needs to move before they can score anything anyway. And then you'll see exactly that. I'll try and run this back and just open up the scoring area. We've seen Totzak make a few nice run backs. That's not bad there.
Yeah, it gets some granite moving and does move a few of the yellows out of that 4 foot. Only leaves one on the button now.
Bra fart. Vore nice här.
Farten känns bra.
Linjen är bra.
Lite kort kanske.
Hänger lite kanske. Gärna curla lite.
Okay. Topp 12.
Jag behöver curla lite om vi behöver gå i alla fall. Jag behöver curla. Ralle gör sig beredd.
Okay.
Ja, börja gå. Ja. Måste börja gå. Kom igen. Minst halva över linan, Ralle. Fortsätt gå. Hela över linan, då är det perfekt. Bra.
Ja, fint.
Nice.
Mycket bra.
Not many mistakes you're getting from Sweden today.
No, they're beginning to turn the screw in this matchup.
It's just perfect stone placement. Time and time again. It's uncanny. I think it's a good thing. Well, seeing if Sweden wins this game, I think it's a good thing their opponent's playing next door, not able to watch them. Because I'd be pretty nervous playing a team
Back line.
just throwing like they are.
No back. Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa. Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Watch the roll. Whoa.
Overcooked this one.
Well, catch an edge of the yellow. And this is going to spin back into the house. I think it might have. Still leaves Sweden sitting 2.
Has rolled out, Oscar says.
Typ samma eller?
Ja, exakt samma hela.
Ja.
Han fick inte så mycket finish heller som de såg ut att få. Så att, visar väl flisarna, vilken är ingen gimme.
Ja, lätt och fint.
Hellre det än att kalla över så han får liksom frystappen där. Den känns nästan troligare att få 2 på.
Ja.
Spåret är fint där.
Ja.
Tight kanske. Lite tajtare än min.
Farten känns
Bra linje.
bra. Lite på gränsen hård.
Okej. Kan neka den. Bra linje.
Ja, nästan 4. 4.
Vänta då. Den är lite tajtare än min ändå.
4.
Ner emot nu.
Lite risk över curl. Bara stanna.
Nästan ner emot.
Japp. Klippa. Ja, sitta.
Not exactly where you wanted that one. was looking to just replace the yellow that Oscar threw.
You're thinking of playing a lightweight shot here?
Du er klar med din?
So what you're thinking of doing that, this sticks though, eh?
Yeah.
You have a counter here. I mean, they probably just draw one.
Do you like the run?
I do like the run. I just like, gives you just a, you know, just stick that, eh?
Yeah.
Just stick that right
Yeah, we order roll.
Confident call from Ryan Sherrard, just to run the red card back, stick it on the nose. It's just that easy, Sander, isn't it?
It is really not. One thing is to make the run back. It's hard enough to make contact even. But to stick the shooter in the house, but also in behind the stone you're throwing, that is not easy.
Out, so.
Of course you make it, and it's perfect, but maybe not too many options left at this point.
Just pop that one out, Sander.
Yeah, that's not very forgiving when you do that. Just slight inside-out motion at release. And now, Germany, how do you score after this next shot from Sweden?
Den är ganska lätt för att bara släppa ett i alla fall. Kommer du precis full 8 här så är det inte så lätt heller. Ja, jag gillar den. White 8 där. Ja, jag gillar nog samma hand faktiskt. Ja, det är väldigt nära samma. Samma is eller? Ja.
About the same throw here, just the same ice.
Men en halv sten längre hit än alla.
Felt slightly tight on the previous throw, so just same ice and hoping for a better throw here. Just right in front of those two yellows in the 4 foot, about top 8 foot that way. It'll be very hard for Germany to score if possible.
Yeah, just half in the 12 foot.
Linjen är okej. 12. Kan hålla igång lite. Håller sig lite
More like half the 8 foot.
Bra linjen då. Bra linje. 12. 12.
He's got a long way to curl. Needs to get right across the centre line.
Bra linje. Ja, på den hit. Full 8.
A great shot by the skip.
That's pretty much exactly where they wanted that one. So,
is there a quadruple there?
Nose?
Maybe.
Is that just to give up a steal of one?
No, for one.
Think that catches the back of it?
Yeah.
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 Well, interesting. That's maybe why Nicholas Edin just rested himself this morning in the final round robin game. It's never good to see a player working on themselves during a game. Yeah, that knee is causing him a bit of problem.
I'm sure there's enough painkillers to get him through this game and the next, but it's certainly a huge nuisance for the season. Big weight from German skipper here. How many yellows can he get going? Not enough.
Well, it's going to be a steal of 2 for Sweden, and you've got to say that it's a long road back now for Germany. It's Germany 1, Sweden 6 after 7 ends.
Jag var inte fram och kolla hur mycket den där kunde få med.
Ja, det gick nära.
Han har inte behövt toucha mycket liksom.
Nej.
En fjärdedels träff
Han var bara någon cent eller 2.
Nu var det dyngchapp, va?
Ja.
Jag trodde aldrig att den skulle stanna kvar.
Nej. Alltså.
We are back with the action here at the Gruyère AOP European Curling Championships 2018, coming to you live from the Tonderaba Ice Hall in Tallinn, Estonia. I'm Kenny Edwards and I'm joined by Sander Rolvag. We're bringing you live coverage of Germany versus Sweden. Sweden 6-1 ahead. And just done the basics well, Sander.
Yes, they haven't done anything too extraordinary, but as you say, the basics, the simple shots and the medium shots, they've just made them, but just made them perfect time and time again. No simple mistakes, no breathing room for Germany. And as soon as Germany's made a mistake, they've penalized them. So, yeah, it's just it's a good lesson in curling, really, what Germany's getting this evening. Because there is a clear difference of level.
Yeah, there is one other semi-final going on right now, and Italy are 2 down on Scotland. Italy 3, Scotland 5.
Yeah, it was just a blank in the 7th there, so score remains the same. Now, if you look at the teams Germany has beaten, they've only beaten the bottom 5 teams of the 10 teams in the round robin. They haven't won a single game against the top 5, of course, one of them being themselves, but they lost to the 4 other teams. It was impressive when they beat Switzerland, but the Swiss certainly didn't have their best week.
Well, some phenomenal numbers from Christopher Sundgren, 100%.
Haven't really made any sweeping errors either.
Ja, jag tror det. Nästan spelaren därifrån dock, va? Ja.
Okay.
Start looking at the percentages as well. Germany's actually only ranked 8th for the week as a team. Sweden's ranked 1. Of course, it's not 100% objective. There's a lot of factors coming into play. If you play a very aggressive game, you'll have a higher level of difficulty for shots and so on, but it just feels like Germany's, they've beaten the teams they could beat. They haven't quite been able to beat the top teams, and it doesn't look like they're going to this evening either.
Yeah, we've just seen the sweeping action there off Sundgren and Eriksson. As you see the stats for Neuner and Vrana. Gerard tickling that one past the top guard, bumping the yellow to the back ring.
It's much better, this from Germany now, keeping the shooter in play in the house, leaving everything just in play, and something for Sweden to worry about. And see, all of a sudden then it's at least not an automatic call for Sweden. They're having to at least think a bit.
Yeah, just going to be a straightforward peel on this guard.
If they can catch it thin enough, they might get both. 1, 2. That great double leaves the shooter though as a corner.
Jag trodde också den skulle curla lite till.
Ja, jag trodde det också. Det är bra spel. Fint där.
It's not bad. I mean, those two top are staggered, so if we can get one of them, it's not bad.
Ja, men när den roll och sen den shot.
Men nu den roll hit, er det en
Hinna.
It's not bad. I'm just afraid then he just slashes the red and gets all of
finde
them.
ich auch gut. Die Garden fallen ein bisschen
I think
lang.
what we'll see from Nicholas Edin is he'll play the scoreboard.
Vorne 8 länge.
He won't take many risks.
I prefer
I'll
that
be
to
happy to
the
give
run
up 2 here. A 3-point lead in the last stone with 2 ends to go. If you can avoid it, sure, but as you say, it's not going to play in the way where Germany has even a chance to score more than 2.
Vorne 8, vorne 4.
Oh, ist weit. Den ist gut. 6 nach Stein. Yep.
Vorne 4.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
Hard, coming down.
Hard. Das wie können.
Go, go, go.
Das ist wie können.
Go, go, go.
Hard.
Go, 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 go.
Well, tucks it in behind. As we take a look at the Italy-Scotland game, Scotland 2 ahead. Joao Retinaz with his last sander.
Yeah, Scotland line 2 here, no double available, so just a straight draw for 1. Keep Italy in the game here. I was so hoping to score 2 and tie it. Just needing a full 8 foot. Should be pretty routine. Does indeed settle right on the pin for 1. Beautiful draw, but Scotland will lead it 5-4 after 8. And talking about perfect. Wow.
Yeah, Oscar Eriksson playing a hit and roll on that red stone that was behind the corner guard into the top of the 1 foot. That red ring just on the centre of the shot.
Yeah, Germany's just being kicked while they're down here.
T-Line. Aber wird nachfahren dann. Ja. Wenn wir jetzt den Schuss machen und hinter der Guard sitzen, können wir dann wieder in die Weite gehen.
Ja, das ist auch richtig.
Okay, macht den.
Yeah, things not looking good for Germany.
60.
As we take a look at the stats, Totzek at 71, Eriksson 95.
Dann haben wir das ganze Haus.
Die treffen.
2 Drittel.
60.
Ja. Oh, oh, oh. Nice.
Really do need to hold the shooter in play. Well, they don't. They leave the red in behind the centre.
Normalt gick rakt här. Ja. Se om den här gör det också.
Can certainly throw some weight, Oscar Eriksson. There we go. Gets everything going.
Just done enough to remove the red from play, but does leave 2 guards out front.
Yeah, that's as close to a miss as you'll get from Sweden today.
Nice.
They'll need a couple more.
Wie viel muss nicht drinnen sein? Voll drinnen reicht, oder? Bitte? Stig flot.
Weit.
Flot. Hinten 4.
Hinten 4.
Well, they do have some backing in behind the corner. The line looks as if it's going to be
Hard.
Right back.
a little big for
Daniel, hip. Yep.
the back yellow.
No, Ryan. No, Ryan. Hard.
Axar. 11-7 klockade det in på.
Ja.
I think Nicholas Sedin should be able to see maybe an edge of this.
It's okay. Show him a piece. You know, this jam's always there. Show him a piece is on the outside.
Ja.
Well, maybe not. Just a battering weight called by Nicholas Sedin. Tap the red through. He thinks he can get to it.
Känns nästan samma som Åges.
Rent.
Japp. Hårt. Japp.
Well, he's past the guard.
Whoa.
Passes the guard easily.
Icke lite långt.
Played the right weight just to bump it through. There are the comparisons at Skip Muskovic at 70, Edin at 96. And once again, Nicholas Edin working away at that knee. He's not happy with it.
Halb 8, halb 4 ist auch gut.
Yeah, that's not great news.
Zweimal? 90?
Some of the ridiculous headgear being worn by the supporters.
They are visible. Sweden always have a good followings. So does Scotland, but they've been very quiet this evening. Almost like the fans are more nervous than the players today. Just very eagerly watching on, nervously watching on. But for Sweden, I'm not sure if you need to be that nervous. They're looking great, in great form.
Skippa för att få lite där. Vill du spela samma väg som mig eller vill du spela din outen?
Good draw.
Bra fråga.
Vad känner för?
Kanske är in den ändå. Jag spelar lite bättre på den.
Det är helt upp till dig.
Så.
Well, here's a former teammate. Christian Lindström there with the thumbs up. Quite happy to see his old team perform.
Det blir bättre om det stickar.
He's been coaching actually this week, and coaching the Estonian men's team in the B division. We've seen them coach a few times at the Europeans.
Is he a better coach than a player, though? That's that's the question.
Well, it might take longer to become a good coach. There we go. Never in doubt. I was looking to just chip that off, because you ever get close to nose, you might run it back onto those back yellows. So quite happy to just split that one out.
Nice. Ska vi kliva av ifall du känner för det?
Ja.
Hasn't been left much, has he, Muskatowicz?
No, he hasn't. Neuner, the third player for Germany, has struggled to stay with the hot pace of Oscar Eriksson. That's probably been the difference between the two sides. Well, down on to the 4 foot for single point, and the score now is Germany 2, Sweden 6 after 8 ends.
Yeah, that's
You
a
can
plus.
feel it. It just grinds out. It gets to the sliding path, yeah. Erste 3 und dann?
Ja, 1. You start off, right?
Check that down.
Ja. Ja, Zeit haben wir noch.
Scheiß auf die Zeit. Die ist jetzt eh egal.
Ach komm.
Ja, komm.
Nice setting.
How much time?
Du hast schon wieder lachen, weil ich dich angeguckt. Oh, Jesus.
Eins. 3. Dann die 1.
Nur die 1. Ja. Just over.
Sicher drüber.
9th end of the
Yep,
semi-final
drüber ist er.
between Germany and Sweden. Sweden in the driving seat, 6-2 ahead. Germany with it all to do.
Yellow hug.
You've got to say it's going to be difficult for Germany to get back into this, isn't it right, Sander?
Yeah, I'd say near impossible. I'm not sure if you can, well, if you did go back in the archives and looked at games where Dino's 4 up with hammer with 2 ends to go, I'm not sure if you could find one where he's lost.
Well, I do know someone that would know that stat.
One little mistake here from Sweden.
Jerry Gertz would certainly know the numbers on that one.
Not an easy shot to make for Sundgren, the tech shot, especially on the long guards. They're a little more tricky. But he'll be a little upset with that. He usually makes those.
There's a score from the other semi-final. Italy trailing Scotland 4 shots to 5.
Oh, der kann schon runter. Schau mal. Oh, alles gut. Ja, das ist kein Töpfel mehr. Das geht richtig runter. Ja. Erster Runde ab. Au. Okay. Au.
Noll.
Bite 4 någonstans. Topp 4. Ja, lite tight. Bara fart.
Helst inte.
Bara fart. Full 4. Tight. Ja.
Sweden har lite.
Topp 8. Bara fart. Behöver gå.
Nej, jag tror den är bra.
Bite 4 är perfekt.
Come around the centre.
Lite nice.
Yeah, I'll see that quite often. If you can't make the first tech shot, and you come around just to take away the path for Germany. Very hard to come around. The 2 centre guards now fully buried with that yellow in the way. So jumping over to Italy, Scotland again. Scotland with shot stone. This would be second to last from Italy. Scotland does have the hammer. Looks like a straight guard from Italy. Just hoping to see Scotland just score the single point. Want to take away a chance for 2. Seem pretty happy with that guard. Now, will Scotland attempt anything here for 2, or will they just throw this one away? Is there any risk? There's a wee bit. I'm gonna have a chat. Of course, they score 2. They're looking pretty good. But just the 1, 2 up without 5 rock rule. That's how they lost against Sweden, remember. They were 2 up, gave away a 3.
I don't think they'll make that same mistake again.
So the question then, do you play the run back? Well, you maybe risk up. Maybe risk giving up a steal of 1 and then you're tied with hammer. Might be worth the go. I think that choice becomes all different now with the 5-rock rule. Two up you're laughing last season. Not as much this year.
Well, I can't believe they're even thinking about playing the run.
No? I don't mind.
You catch this on the... You catch the red that's on the top of the 8-foot, half stone. You might give up 2.
You'd have to miss by a bit though.
And I just don't like this this call, Sander.
This isn't going to drag down as much. You're hitting it on the inside. This is in curl into it. And it do drag a little that way. I don't think that's making much difference.
I think you just play the draw to the button.
Just barrier.
You go 2 up.
We'll see.
If you can hear that top one and squeeze the red out the side door, it could put you in a match-winning position.
Nice way.
Just playing a barrier weight here, nothing too crazy.
Just barrier.
Trying to bring the sweepers into play here. Oh, might catch this in the wrong spot.
Yep, he did.
But I think he's got away with it. It is 1 yellow. So, bit nervy there, but after 9 ends, it is 6-4. 2-point lead for Scotland.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, Sweden just doing what they do best, and that's peeling guards.
That was a fantastic come around earlier in the end by Germany. Set shot stone, so they're discarding that for their life. But you'd think they would have to steal a 2 here to have a chance. 1's not going to be enough. Well, this one just barely creeping over the hog line. Remember, needs to be completely across. And Oscar already on his way. No problems there. Is there room for a second counter in there?
Yeah, I certainly think there is, Sander.
More or less freeze your own red.
20, 30.
Doch. Ja. Lange.
Also mein erster war 4,50 und mein zweiter war 4,30 ist gut.
Okay.
Aber ich habe 4 aktiv.
Ja. Also 4,20 ist gut für mich.
Yeah, but can't really afford to bounce off this and just leave a Dean with a straightforward smash.
Throwing the guard first.
Schaut lang aus.
And then the question, what will Sweden do? They know Germany's next move. It's not really might not really be a point to peel the guard again for Sweden. Might play a draw, might just throw a... Maybe have a crack at the run now. That guard coming a bit closer.
Kan det bli att det stannar en center och du tar den här och han får limma på en till här så han ligger 2 i gömda? Vilken väg ser du lättast att göra dubbeln? Ligger den här kvar? Ja. Den här är okej om den ligger kvar. Ja. Snedfrysan här så provar vi dra bara. Ja. Ja. Det är som dubbeln är nyckeln här bara. Jag drar lite mera fart, men jag försöker gå för dubbeln.
So they're happy to play the double on the guards here, saying they quite like to leave that Yellowstone, nibbling the forefoot, because that's really in the way for Germany.
Den topp 8 ligger kvar där. Skulle den klara då kan man ju sätta allting rätt ner.
Of course, you make the double on the guards. It doesn't really matter if that yellow goes as well.
We've got to watch, don't stagger the guards and allow Germany to get one in behind. It's beginning to get close now.
There we go. Nice double, rolls away. Can't do more than that. As Oscar was saying, well, even if the corner frees are yellow, then we can attempt the draw. Worst case scenario, give up a steal of one. That is one enough for Germany.
I think it needs to be at least 2, Sander.
Well, could draw around that yellow, but what's the odds that Nicholas is going to miss an open takeout? I guess probably not any better than Germany stealing another 3 in the 10th end.
Got to cross center. Got to cross center.
Take flat.
Yep, cross center. Yep. Go. Nice spot.
So just a guard in the end. And a draw to the button for Edin.
Som bajtar den andra som bajtar linan där, så här är nog bra is. Ja. Lite marginal att kunna täppa lite om jag får linje också, men
bara dragningen. Ja. Måste ända ner på med. Han är 5 cm från mäthålet. Ja. Får en linje så kan man ju ha lite rygg på den också, men jag spelar på att bara dra den. Är det typ samma fart eller? Ja. Så här höga 90 liksom.
Jag har inte dragit så mycket på sistone.
Borde inte gå lättare.
Looking pretty relaxed. The Germans might have already processed this, what's looking like a loss.
Yeah, some phenomenal numbers for Nicholas Edin.
Well, looking to finish on a high note here. Draw for 1.
Plenty of room at the moment. Got a long way to come. Beginning to come now.
Oh, starting to pull up. And yeah, that's a sweeping error. Wow. Let that stop. Good throw by Edin. Not great communicated by the rest of the team.
Well, big mistake from the sweepers. Edin threw the rock well, and they just backed off it until the last minute, and it pulled up short.
Same order?
Yep. Eins. Den ist gut. So drüber. Oh, muss curlen. Nur 1, 2.
So back with the matchup. It's Germany 3, Sweden 6. Steal of 1 for Germany in the ninth end. Narrowed the gap to 3, but it's still going to be an uphill struggle for Germany.
Yep. 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 Yes. Den är kjapp snart. Japp. Kan få ner den i dödzonen. Kan få den i den dödzonen.
Another mistake from Christopher Sundgren on the tech shot. This time actually just promoting the red into the house.
Ja då. Fan händer med den? Gardan där uppe så klipper vi den här. Ja. Jag tyckte den var lite lös från början men kanske inte riktigt så lös.
Good thing is that red is
Men vi hier in der Vorliegen darf
the very back of the house, and they could peel their own yellow guard if they get the opportunity.
Yeah, and that's why Germany are looking to try and promote it, so that Sweden couldn't make a play in it.
Yeah, I was thinking about straight guarding it, but they'll just leave it an easy double for later on. So tough call. I don't think this is a type of shot you've played a lot, if ever. Just promoting a long guard, 10 feet. I can't remember having played that kind of shot ever. So to do it now, not easy.
86. 3. Yep. Vorne Haus. Yep.
Really tough to make perfect. It's really starting to dig in. I think this is gone.
Yeah, Dino, just peel this top one off.
Ja.
Oh. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Not allowed to remove that red.
Yeah, so a couple of mistakes from Sweden.
So even though you're allowed to remove the yellow, because they've removed the red and violated the free guard zone, then everything is going to be put back into place and the shooter removed. So something for Germany to work with. But I wouldn't be too worried if I was a Swedish fan quite yet, but certainly a glimmer of hope for the Germans.
Sauber. Die Line. Sauber. Linie gut. Linie gut. Die Line. Vorne. Linie ist gut. Curlen. Coming down. Linie ist gut. Linie ist gut. Yep. Hard. Yep. Beide, komm. Schöner. Nice.
Draws it behind. And now free guard zone is no longer in play. Feel free to peel any guards here, Sweden, and they do, and it spins down, catches the red, almost gets the back one as well. What a shot by Rasmus Vrano. He's been playing well today. And that glimmer of hope is squashed a second later.
It's a little bit unfortunate not to remove both reds at the back of the house. Well, what can Germany do, Sander? Are they clutching at straws now?
Well, I think they've been doing that for a few ends, Kenny.
Go, go, go. Yep. Hard right.
It's just about make their shots here, let Sweden run them out of stones, and shake hands, prepare for the bronze medal game. Look at the numbers here for Rasmus. Whoa. I think that picked in his hand. Still made the shot. Yeah, he's going back to... You could see his slide coming off balance a wee bit there. Just some debris underneath the rock took him off course. And just chucked it. And it still came off.
Like a wizard with his wand.
No harm, no foul.
Bisschen lang, bisschen lang. Ja, hinten ab. Hinten ab. Länge ist gut. Länge gut. Go T-line. Achtung, jetzt. Linie. Hard, hard, hard.
Germany still trying something.
Yep.
All we can try and do is at least lie 3. Force Dean to throw his last one. Not sure if we'll get there. See if Oscar Eriksson wants to be the man to throw the final shot, the winning shot.
Yeah, hasn't thrown crazy weight at this. Nice control takeout. I think we'll see both of them go. Yep, that's exactly what's happened.
Easy as pie. Well, you say he's not throwing crazy weight at that, but that certainly is more weight than most players can throw if they wanted to.
But it's not crazy weight for him.
No. Well, it sticks it right there, something to freeze onto, but Germany will need to score with all remaining stones now, so Eriksson will indeed have a chance to put this game away with his final rock of the game.
Little tap. Back 8. Back 8.
I think it's going to be a pretty open hit as well. Edin just saying, oh, I think we'll clip this one, roll out. And Oscar saying, well, they don't really have enough stones left, so we'll just make contact, will be good enough.
Yeah, Oscar Eriksson is up already. There we go. The red goes out of play, and there is the handshake from Germany. It's Sweden who will progress to their 6th final in a row here at the European Championships. A workmanlike performance from Niklas Edin and his team. Sweden into the gold medal game, and Germany into the bronze.
Alltså, Niklas, en sten har aldrig stått i en hand hur mycket som den där gjorde. Ja, och den lossnade inte. Alltså, det var som en jävla orm.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Welcome to the final.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, Sander, fairly professional performance from Niklas Edin in that semi-final.
Yeah, it was thorough all the way from the start. Well, we got that one miss from Edin for the 3, but after that, didn't really make any mistakes, and it was a very comfortable win for Sweden. I think they'll have some pretty good chances of grabbing another gold medal. Of course, they will play either Italy or Scotland.
Yeah, Italy trailing by 2. They do have last on advantage. Amos Mosenar for Italy. Hits and stays.
If he just knows that, what's his shot?
He's got a double.
Then you got a double back to win the game.
If you knows, he's probably going on top of you.
Yeah. Yeah, true. You don't really want to leave him to split, do you? I think that's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yep.
He's probably going to have the double
Barrier.
as well. He's going to have to.
Scotland 2 ahead. Stole 1 in 5, stole 1 in 6.
Tell you what, Bob, that's a really nice result. He plays that.
Then you probably got a free shot at double if you got one of the rings.
Make a call.
Okay, barrier. Is that guys?
Yeah. Is this any good, Bruce?
That's not bad. Well, might make my double harder.
Well,
yeah, I think you want to roll to
Scotland.
edge 8 at least. Like this.
Making some interesting calls, let's say, not from the textbook.
Or you make this.
Yeah.
I thought that.
Okay. I like that.
Thrown here.
Yep. Try and lie 2.
Yeah, you need to hold half of the 8 foot.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're looking to hold this stone half in the 8 foot. Bruce Mowat, 68% in his draws and 91% on his hits.
Hammy.
Just looking to hit and stay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hard. Go, Hammy. Go, Hammy. Hard, hard. Oh, boy, Bruce.
Nice shot from the Scottish skip. Italy would have a chance of making 2 from this. Well, there's some decorated colours. Marco Uzupame-Niemi on the bottom left, and Hami Macmillan, world and European champion. Can his son emulate what he done many years ago?
Di più. No, non così tanto. Filo meno.
Pieno non è male, sono
10 secondi di camp and roll.
cioè, metà tipo.
Cioè. Piace?
Sì.
Joe Redernaz, back in at skip this season, was playing third rocks, but they've made the call to put him back in at skip. Is this red going to hang around in the 12 foot? It is. And Bruce Mowat won't get an easier chance in this to get into a European final. Hit and roll in behind the corner guard, hit and stay anywhere, and you won't be in that gold medal game. Wouldn't leave Italy a chance of making 2. Hits and rolls, maybe a foot to the right. We'll leave a double.
Here, firm. Clean. Yep. Waist good. Touch heavy. Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Touch heavy.
Looking to get in behind the corner.
Yes. Yes.
This one beginning to break, Sander.
Yes.
Oh, just going to roll that 1 foot. You, like you said, Kenny, double is definitely on for Joel Retornaz.
They would have been better maybe leaving that to come up onto the nose and make that angle steeper.
Yeah, you're right. Nose hit there. That's actually a very thin double to make. That's a tough call to make early, though. You trust your sweepers to hold it out there, but still not an easy shot for Italy.
Well, the Italian girls who had a difficult week in the women's competition, only managing a couple of wins. They're watching on, supporting their team. Final stone for Joe Retornaz. Can he make the double to take Italy into an extra end against Scotland? He's got one, he's got the other. What a shot from Joel Retornaz. Italy pick up 2. And you've got to say, Scotland have had their chance to close this game out, and they didn't take it. So after 10, it's Italy 6, Scotland 6. One last look at this one. Catches half stone, right back onto the other yellow, and a score of 2, and we head into the extra.
Quasi dentro.
Oh no, via, via.
3 va bene.
3 vicina, molto vicina.
La linea è buona per centrale.
Quasi dentro.
We're back with
Linea buona per centrale.
the semi-final matchup between Italy and Scotland, all tied through 10 ends. We're into the extra end.
Okay.
Tondaraba Ice Hall, we are in Tallinn, Estonia. Fantastic facility built back in 2014. Mainly used for ice hockey, but we're here with the European Curling Championships. Hammy Outmullen. Some really good numbers from him. Looking to push this red in to the scoring area, move it off the centre line. That's a great shot by the young lead from Sunrar back in Scotland.
Due. Linea buona.
2. 2. No, 2. 2. Solo 2 meno.
Ok, 2 va bene.
1. 1 forse.
Ok, 1.
This time Italy going for a longer guard, and this one needs to be over. Just sneaks over the hog line.
Okay.
Can McMillan make the tick once more and open up that centre?
Whoa! Run! Whoa! 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 Grant! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Gotta go, Bob. On you go. On you go.
Ah, really nice shot from the lead. That's 2 on the bounce. That's a great setup by Scotland. Really is world class.
Oggi dentro.
3, buona.
4-1. 3-4-1.
Abbiamo spazio.
Vicina, 3, buona 3.
Italy just look a little dejected with that. And that yellow out wide is out-counting that red on the left-hand side. Will they come into play later in the end, Sander?
Could do. You know, Italy, at this point, probably won't be able to lie buried by any means, so they'll... They would love to be able to sit 2 and see Scotland maybe make a nose hit for the win. And if they then roll out, that could be the saver, that yellow. Because if they keep this up, then, well, Italy might just have to draw the open house. Probably could draw around that red for shot stone at some point. And what they're trying to do is throw this guard high enough so it becomes hard to peel without jamming on either the red or the yellow in the house. And of course, Scotland's trying to peel it towards that other red, but it could very well jam and spin back in. But it'll never get very close to the forfeit, though.
Hard. Good, Bob.
Ooh. Oh, close to clipping that red.
Nice, Bob. Two good ones.
Proviamo ancora una.
2.
Okay.
So what's the thinking of? They were thinking about trying to throw a corner guard, Sander. Do you get the logic in that one?
I'm not sure if I've seen that before. The other call you've seen more and more recently is you try and corner freeze maybe the corner guard that's there. Because that way, if it's left, then you can make a hit, try and spin 2 stones onto the center line.
So some impressive numbers. 90% on draws, 92% on hits from Grant Hardy. This one's very close. Oh, and gets the red out wide as well.
Nice, Grant.
Bad boy.
Just what you could do here is you could throw another corner guard around your red, go half checked, hope that Scotland ends up peeling the top. That way you have a better corner guard to come around later, and that is the call here from Ertonars, actually. Made the swap for the season. Mozana, Ertonars. This guy was thrown the 4th rocks and they qualified for the Olympics through the qualifying event in Pilsen just less than a year ago.
Yeah, I do think the experience of Joel Ertonars in the head and throwing last stones is a lot better for this Italian side.
Yeah, well, he was always skipping, but yeah, I think even just on the 4th stones, just having that experience, just to throw that cool forfeit draw. And of course, Mozana with his upweight abilities, pretty good at the 3rd to do the cleanup if necessary. RG gets away with that one. Might not come into play, but it's always nice to keep on the wing there in case you need it.
Yeah, so we're into skip stones, the important part of the end. And it's wide open because Scottish lead Hammy McMillan made 2 perfect tick shots.
If you were with us earlier in the Germany-Sweden game, you could see Sundgren didn't make those tick shots. Sweden was allowed, Germany rather was able to steal one because of it. There wasn't enough for them, obviously, but one for Italy here would be. So, like you said, that's just such a huge effort from Hammy McMullen to do that. There's not much left for Italy here.
Well, they're trying to throw up a guard round this.
I thought they'd be coming into the house here with this one. And just try and just out count the yellow. And that way maybe we'll be able to sit 2. If Scotland couldn't chase it.
Fight the edge.
4. Sì, però.
Because now Scotland just comes into the house.
You're splitting the tee line, Bruce.
There's not much left for Italy.
Wait, still the exact same.
Just going to make sure you don't go back tee with this.
Fine with that?
Yeah. Just top of the tee.
Yeah, you want to go wide enough, so
Split the tees, okay?
even if Italy makes a perfect freeze, you have enough room to draw to for the win. Basically need to be just half an 8-foot, just so Italy can't outdraw this yellow by coming around the guard.
I think you can't harm it, probably.
You're maybe there already.
Plenty of room.
Good.
Oh, not back tee.
Plenty of room. If we're back tee, let's take it to here.
Yeah, we're there.
We're already there.
Right.
So,
Bite the 8, just.
sounds a little bit heavy.
Just.
We're back 12. We're good.
That's okay. Bite the 8. Make sure we're out the 8.
If it's back 12, you should be on it, boys. You should be driving this one right back.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Fine, Bruce.
That's good, Bruce.
Fine there.
Fine there, buddy.
Would have been tempted to even take that further, Sander.
Yeah,
If they knew it was heavy, they could have just pounded it all the way.
Like if Italy makes a perfect freeze now, then just have the forfeit in a bit and change to draw to. As you say, if they just swept it all the way through, where does Freternaz go? Throw them the forfeit, you just need to make contact for the win. If he comes around the guard, now you have more than the 8-foot to draw to, so completely agree with you there. Not really doing Scotland any favours, but we'll have to make a good one here.
You have made a World Championship semi-final, Bruce Mowat, and also won a slam out in Canada. So you've got to think he shouldn't be feeling the pressure. This one from Joe Reddenaz looks pretty good.
£12. Wow, it's all too much, I think. You'll see Mowat just throw a hit down here, kill that red, and there's enough counters in the house here to clinch the win.
Yeah, this would be a big result for Bruce Mowat. In the round robin, he faced Nicholas Edin, and he had Nicholas Edin beat, but just threw it away in the last end. He was 2 up, lost a 3.
You figure he'd love a crack again, another chance at Sweden.
So final stone for Bruce Mowat to make his first ever European final in his first attempt. He's already celebrating. He makes it. They take 3. Scotland progress to the gold medal game. A solid performance by the young Scottish guys. Italy, they've had a good week. They will drop down into the bronze medal game. So final score, Italy 6, Scotland 9.
Come on!
Scottish fans happy with that one. A lot of supporters come across for the later stages in this tournament, so they're getting to see their team play in the final. So our feature game was between Germany and Sweden, and here is the fifth end. Nicholas Edin electing to come off his own yellow. Bounces off that, takes the red through. Sweden score 2 and take a 4-1 lead into the break. Seventh end. Last stone for Mark Muckovic. Trying to blast everything. Hits it on the nose. That leaves 2 yellow counters in play for a steal of 2 for Sweden. Ninth end. Nicholas Edin facing 1. Having to draw the pin. Sweepers didn't get on this one till the hog line. And this one pulled up short. A big mistake from the sweepers. And a steal of 1 for Germany. 10th end. Oscar Eriksson, the third for Sweden. Had the chance to close out the game. Hits the red half stone, takes it out of play, and run Germany out of stones in the 10th.
Thank you. Good luck in the third prize.
So final score was Germany 3, Sweden 6 in the semi-final. So there is the playoff stages. See, Sweden 6-3 over Germany, and Scotland 9-6 over Italy. So Sweden and Scotland will in the gold medal game, Germany, Italy in the bronze.
Well, from the outside, that looked like a very confident performance by Team Sweden. How did it feel for you guys?
Felt really good. We didn't want to take too many risks out there. We felt we were playing really well, and then had the double for 3. At the same time, I couldn't miss it narrow, so I missed it wide and we got the 1. It felt really good still, though we were controlling the whole game, I think. And then when we got the lead 4-1, it felt like we were in cruise control, but we still wanted to play well just for making sure of this game, but also the final. We need to play really well to win that one, I think. So good, well-performed game from our side.
Yeah, close to 100% almost from all the players on your team. Is that the kind of performance you're hoping to get from your team for the gold medal game?
Yeah, I think so. And I think whoever wins that game, I think both of them have been making a lot of shots this week, and I think that's something we need to do as well. We need to be close to those 90 or almost 100%, I think, to be sure to win the final. If we're down to high 80s, I think they will be right there with us. So that's what we're looking for, definitely.
What do you think about the opponents you might be facing off against Italy, Scotland?
Really close game against Scotland. They almost had us there. We needed to score 3 points in the last end to win, so that was a tough game for us. And if we have to play them again, we have to play really well to beat them. Against Italy, it was a little bit easier in the round robin, but at the same time, if they make the final, they are proving that they are a really good team that are playing really well right now. So I think no matter who we play, they're all shot makers in both those teams, so we need to play really well.
Thank you so much, and congrats.
Thank you.
So that was Nicholas Edin of Sweden progressing to the gold medal game here in Tallinn, Estonia at the European Championships. They will face Scotland in the gold medal game, and Germany will face Italy. So that's it from the semi-finals here in Tallinn. So from Sander and myself, Kenny, thanks for listening.